But they do have a vampire fleshlight.
That's unbelievably ridiculous. But I'm more of a werewolf guy, so that's why it's ridiculous. I don't even like vampires.
Really?
I'm tired of vampire movies.
Good.
The Wolfman sucked, okay? I did not like that movie. It was dumb. It just didn't work. And I still bought the fucking Blu-ray, okay?
Yeah.
How about that? That's how much I am of a
Was there any
werewolf freak.
special features?
I search iTunes for werewolf movies, bro. Do you get this? I watch werewolf movies that are terrible. You know why? Because I know there's going to be at least a guy's going to turn into a werewolf and fuck some people up. So you know what I do? I watch the beginning to get their names. Okay, this is Bob. This is, okay, let me just know what the fuck's going on. Let me fast forward until I see somebody turn into a werewolf. And I want to see the best, latest technology and the dude turn into a werewolf and just fucking people up. I just think those are the craziest movies. The idea that American Werewolf in London got me hooked.
Yeah, that was.
I saw that shit in 1981, and I was a werewolf fan. I was done.
But do they still do all the shit like Lon Chaney? Remember, like the sun was.
That's the problem with this Wolfman movie. They went with a mask. It's Benicio del Toro in a mask. And he's like, rawr, and his lower jaw sticks out.
But they don't show the transformation of them,
they do.
like
The transformation's
hair coming out of their arms and the fucking thing.
Yeah, no, they do. I mean, there's a lot of cool CGI in the transformation, but the final product just doesn't look right. Because it's like he tried to use the old Wolfman from like the 1940s or whatever the fuck it was. Was it Claude Rains, I think it was? He tried to use that version of the Wolfman and just make a more modern, updated. But after you go to American Werewolf in London, you can't go backwards. You can't. Because American Werewolf in London, that fucking thing was evil, man. It was like a dog person demon thing. It was on 4 legs.
Is that on Blu-ray?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it's on Blu-ray. I got that shit, son. And, like, when they're running from it and you just see it, they did that movie so well, you don't really get to see it that much because the technology was not that good. The only one time you get to actually see the werewolf, he's going through the streets of London, snapping people's heads off. Remember when he was running through the streets and everybody's freaking out in car accidents and shit? That's the only time you get to see it moving around. Every other time in the movie, it's like you barely see it, but you see enough that it's fucking terrifying. And the transformation scene just off the chain. You know, that's the kind of shit that we had in 1981, okay? Now what do they have? They have vampires that don't bite people and werewolves that just growl at everybody and can change back and forth when they want. What the fuck have we come to? The fuck have we come to, Joey?
Bro, I can't even. I've never watched the Twilights, but I seen what those 2 little fucking half of fruitcakes look like. I can't believe they're vampires. In my day, vampires were bad motherfuckers. Barnabas Collins, that's a vampire.
Wow, you just went deep.
Deep.
You just
that
went
guy
deep.
I don't even know what that is.
Shadows.
And you know, when you were a vampire, you fuck guys, you fuck chicks. It don't matter. You're a vampire. You ain't gay. You just sling dick. You fucking dogs. It don't matter. You're a fucking animal. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
now,
Gary Oldman?
Gary Oldman.
Get the fuck
You
out of
know,
here.
you gotta. These vampires are too. I don't know how to say it. They're too
They're
plain Jane
Disney.
for me. Yeah,
they're fucking Disney. It's Disney. We've got a whole group of kids now that are growing up with horrible, mediocre entertainment that's designed just for them. As opposed to when we were kids, there was no fucking kids shows. You had Sesame Street. You know, you had a couple other different shows. You know, that you could watch that were like kid-oriented shows. Then everything else was a fucking adult show.
Bro, the only kid show I ever watched is Benny Hill like a motherfucker anyway. That's a kid show in Jersey.
That was a kid show in Jersey. That was an adult show in England.
That was a kid show in New York.
What a fucking great show that was.
Great
and
boobs.
every once in a while they show you a tit or an ass.
Yeah, great
and
boobs.
when you were 6, you lost your
dude,
fucking mind for a week.
He was like the first guy to figure out that very simple combination. Tits and comedy and silliness and
an
everybody's gonna
accent to
enjoy it.
boot.
Oh yeah,
that dude started the accent way before Jimmy Masada hired that English chick to answer the phone.
English people do make you think that shit is legit.
It's
You
legit.
know, that's
Their
why
accent.
they use them for those late night infomercials. It's always an English person describing some product. Like, God,
People
sounds
pay
so
more
proper.
attention. They think they're cooler or something.
You don't want to give them.
But, you know, I look at a show like that, but then, you know, last week Eddie said that he liked True Blood. And I just get so angry. I've been fighting people off Twitter all week about True Blood lovers.
Another goddamn vampire show. How many vampire shows are there now?
There's a new one
There's
coming
a new
out.
one.
Yeah.
What the fuck
And what
is
happened to
going
the fucking
on?
capes? What happened to the black shirt with the fucking thing? What happened to the thing that they hypnotize you with? That just fucking evolved? That's it. No cape, no nothing. They show up with fucking pale. That Robert Pattinson looks like he's been getting punched in the nose. And the other fucking kid and the chick. I don't know. No, bro, I don't even play the vampire thing, guys. I don't even fucking go there. I don't go halfway there. My wife watches True Blood. I leave the fucking house. You understand me? On Sunday nights, I don't like none of that shit. I don't know where it came from. It just snuck up on us like fucking
I know.
Crazy.
They just
Out
snuck
of
up
nowhere.
on us.
A swarm of vampire
CW
bullshit.
got a show now. ABC got a show. Everybody got a show about that. And I don't listen, bro. I don't know. I'm out of my fucking.
See,
What's that other popular show with kids right now? There's another vampire show. It's popular
Vampire
with kids.
Diaries.
Vampire Diaries. That one. What the fuck?
And there's another one that's just about to start. That's brand new. That's coming out soon.
Can you have too many fucking Will there be a bounce back? Can we expect?
I don't know, because there's people in the chat room that are saying, "Dude, True Blood is legit." You know, see, they just don't fucking get what we're talking about.
Just the fact that there's a chat room and people are talking about it fucking kills me right there. That destroys my inside.
Dude, people, life is too goddamn easy. People are soft as fuck. They are soft
True
as shit
Blood?
on a hot
Jesus
summer day.
Christ.
People are fucking soft.
And they're not even interesting fucking vampires. That's what I'm saying to you. They have no character to them.
They don't
stab
kill
nobody.
anybody. They live off, at least the Twilight ones. He lives off animals, and he can go outside in the daytime. What?
You know what they've done? They've pretty much taken the soap opera, a dying thing. They've taken off the evil guy with the patch and made him a vampire.
Yeah.
And that's what the shows you guys are watching is fucking soap operas with vampires.
Bro, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I bought the fucking movie. The first one with Wesley Snipes, Spade.
Oh,
Blade.
Blade. That's different.
Spade. He said
David
Spade.
Spade.
Blade.
David
I don't
Spade.
fucking know.
This summer.
Blade, Spade. Let me tell you
Listen,
something. I bought that.
If Spade wasn't a name for a black guy, it wouldn't be nearly as funny.
When he fucking met with the Chinese people, I bought that shit. I was like, those Chinese
Oh,
people
dude,
are
I was a
fucking vampires.
huge Blade. I was a big Blade
I
fan
love
when
Blade.
I was a kid.
But that's it. That's where it ends. I don't want to see all this new shit. Guys with a Rastafarian hair and True Blood to the vampires. That's bullshit. Yeah. I don't like that shit. It scares me. I don't fucking even want to see
When
that
I was a
shit.
kid, Blade was one of my favorite comic book characters. That was a badass.
Was he
comic
black
book character.
even then?
Yeah, he was black, and he have little knives made out of teak wood. He would kill people with teak because they were all vampires, so he'd kill them with wood. So he had wood knives made out of this really hard wood. And
I love that
in the
stuff.
chest.
Everything else, I gotta tell you guys, I don't even fucking put this shit on.
They changed so much about the whole vampire lore. I mean, the whole thing.
What the fuck happened to Transylvania? Did they just blow this motherfucker up?
Seattle now, bro.
I want to see where the fuck the app phone on the iPhone is to fucking Transylvania. When I was a kid, you want to see a vampire, we got to go to Transylvania. Now they don't even talk about fucking Transylvania. It just disappeared. Go look it up. Fucking Transylvania. What the fuck is it?
It's
and
in
they
Pennsylvania,
were
isn't
Russian people. Like they had an accent and shit like that where they were from Bulgaria. All of a sudden now they're fucking Spanish.
So if I was a smart man, everyone should like bet money what the next monster is going to be. You know, it's it's not going to be vampires. What's the next thing? Like Bigfoot's going to come back, make a comeback or something?
Well, there's another vampire thing by Guillermo del Toro. I don't know how to say his name. How do you say his name? Guillermo.
Yeah,
Guillermo del Toro. He wrote a book called The Strain, and I read the book. It wasn't that good. It started off really good. It started off like, wow, this is a crazy-ass vampire movie. Like, this is, like, really suspenseful. But then towards the end, it was almost like he was just trying to finish it. It's like, and then the guy jumps out of the car, the guy kills him. It was really bad. The end, like, towards the end, like, it's almost like he was trying to jam a 6-series book, or a 2 or 3 series book, rather, into one book. So it dies. But they're going to do something with that. They're going to make that some sort of a big event, but at least he's a murderous, evil fucking vampire, and then he runs, takes over New York City. It's pretty crazy shit, but it just ends bad, Maybe if they can fix the ending, but in the writing, in the script, maybe it was creatively directed, and they did a good job with it, but the writing was just kind of clumsy at the end. But what is it about people that are fucking obsessed with vampires? Out of all the all the monsters, all the things to be worried about in the world, why would it be vampires?
It's not that they're obsessed. It's the hot thing right now. In 2 years, this vampire thing will be gone. Twilight, those two fucking half-a-fags will be dead somewhere.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think it's going to keep going. You know why I think it's going to keep going? Sex in the City. I didn't understand Sex in the City. I couldn't believe that. I mean, I watched it a couple times. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a cool show, but it's not just that people like it, but they go fucking crazy for it. Girls love. They respond to it like it resonates in them in a way that a guy can't understand. To a guy like you or I, you watch it, you go, that's a funny show. But to them, it's like a movement. It's like something that like validates them. Like this fucking movie, the last one when they went to Dubai, I saw more people get fired up about going to see Sex and the City. No. You saw it, though.
Right. We talked about that.
Was it terrible?
No, it's not bad. It wasn't bad.
Not bad.
It's not all right.
I seen the first one on cable when the second one came out. I was in a hotel room. It wasn't bad, guys.
I think what that is...
And then Joey called me and we talked about it for 2 hours.
That's the kind of resonating to entertainment for women, okay, that Twilight is for, like, young girls.